Welcome, dear traveler. Tonight, I invite you to step gently away from the noise of the day and onto the quiet shore of the sea. This is Moonlit Harbor, a place where the ocean whispers softly to the moon and the night sky opens wide with peace. As you settle into your resting place, let your body become still, your breath unhurried, your mind as open as the tide. The words you are about to hear are not instructions, not demands, but gentle ripples meant to carry you toward rest. Imagine the harbor stretching before you, silver light glimmering upon the water, boats swaying slowly, lanterns flickering against the dark. Each detail waits to welcome you. Each sound invites you to let go. So close your eyes. Release your thoughts, and allow yourself to drift. The night is calm, the sea is wide, and the harbor is waiting. Your journey into serenity begins here. Close your eyes and picture a small fishing village resting at the edge of the ocean. Night has already arrived, laying its velvet cloak across the rooftops and narrow streets. The air carries the faint scent of salt and wood smoke, mingling with the sweetness of drying blossoms that linger from the day. The houses are simple, built from weathered wood that has seen the passing of countless seasons. Their windows glow softly with the amber light of lanterns, warm yet subdued, as though the flames inside understand that this is the hour of rest. No one rushes here. The village moves at the pace of the sea, slow, steady, timeless. You walk along the cobblestone path, the stones worn smooth by generations of footsteps. To your left, you hear the hush of waves breaking against the shore, a rhythm so gentle that it seems to echo your own breathing. To your right, a row of fishing nets hangs quietly, swaying in the faint breeze, their knots glistening faintly with dew. Here and there, you catch glimpses of life settling down for the night. A faint lullaby hums from one of the houses, a mother's voice soft and tender. The creak of a wooden door drifts through the air, followed by the sound of sandals on stone as someone makes their way home. A distant dog gives a single bark, then falls silent again. Each sound is small, delicate, and it folds into the hush of the night like a note in a lullaby. The village is not asleep. Not entirely, but it is drifting, moving closer and closer to the stillness of dreams. You feel yourself drifting with it. A cat crosses the path ahead of you, its fur pale under the moonlight. It pauses, watching you with curious eyes that glint like polished shells, before slipping soundlessly into the shadows between two houses. You pause too, not startled, but touched by the quiet recognition in its gaze, as though it knows you belong here, as though it has seen many travelers like you pass through this gentle village on their way to rest. You continue forward. The houses grow fewer, the path widening as it nears the harbor. A cool breeze brushes your face, carrying with it the clean scent of the open sea. The lanterns here are sparser, their glow softer, as though preparing you for the vast openness ahead. Finally, the village yields to the shoreline. Before you lies the harbor itself, cradled by curved wooden piers. Boats rest upon the water, their hulls rocking gently in rhythm with the tide. Each boat has its own lantern, a soft flame swaying with the movement of the sea, scattering ripples of gold across the silver surface of the water. You pause at the edge, listening. The sound of the waves is clearer now, a slow and endless song. The tide flows in and out, like the world's own breathing. Inhale, exhale, rise, fall, You match your breath to it without effort, without thought. The sea has always known how to guide those who listen. Above, the moon hangs low and full, laying a wide path of light across the water. It feels like a road of silver, waiting for you to follow. The harbor is quiet, yet alive, holding its breath, waiting to carry you deeper into the serenity of the night. And so, with calm steps, you move closer to the pier, ready to begin the journey the ocean has prepared for you. The cobblestone path carries you forward until it ends at a wide wooden pier that stretches out into the harbor. The boards beneath your feet are smooth with age, worn by countless footsteps, polished by the salt air and the gentle brushing of the tide. Each plank creaks softly as you step, not in protest, but like a familiar voice greeting you in the stillness. The air here is cooler, fresher, touched by the wide breath of the sea. The faint scent of pine tar and rope lingers from the boats, blending with the sharper fragrance of saltwater. A thin mist drifts low along the pier, wrapping itself gently around your ankles, glowing faintly in the moonlight like silver smoke. You pause to listen. Around you, the harbor murmurs with life. Yet everything is soft, unhurried. The ropes that tether the boats groan faintly as they stretch and ease with the movement of the water. The sails, furled tight against their masts, rustle quietly when the breeze brushes them. Water laps steadily against the pilings, a hushed applause that never ceases. Lanterns hang from tall posts along the pier, each one casting a warm, golden halo that dances upon the wood. Their light is gentle, never harsh, and where the golden glow meets the silver moonlight, the colors blend into a harmony that feels both timeless and tender. As you walk further down the pier, the village behind you begins to fade. The sounds of people settling into their homes grow distant, until all that remains is the vast, steady voice of the ocean. Ahead, the world opens wide. The pier seems to stretch into the sky itself, a bridge of wood leading into silver air. You pause beside one of the moored boats, a small vessel with a single lantern tied to its bow. The flame flickers in the night breeze, scattering tiny stars of reflection across the water. You watch the ripples expand and dissolve, each one softening until the surface is calm again. It is a rhythm of release, of letting go, of peace returning no matter how many times the water is stirred. Looking down, you see your own reflection, mingled with the glow of the lantern and the silver light of the moon. The image shimmers, shifting with the water's movement, yet it does not disturb you. Instead, it reminds you that you too are part of this ever-changing rhythm. Flowing with the tide, carried gently forward. Further along, the pier narrows, the lanterns become fewer, their light giving way to the vast silver glow that spills from the moon. The boards beneath you stretch into darkness, and for a moment it feels as though you are walking not upon wood but upon light itself. A glowing path suspended over the sea. You stop at the very end of the pier, where nothing lies ahead but the open water. Here, the air is stiller, the night quieter. The village is a memory behind you, and before you stretches the endless horizon, silver and dark, alive with the pulse of the sea. The moon casts its reflection across the waves, a perfect pathway of light leading outward. You feel as though the ocean itself has prepared this road just for you. A gentle invitation to leave the waking world behind and step deeper into serenity. For a while, you stand here in silence, breathing slowly, watching the moon's silver road shimmer across the water. Each breath grows easier, slower, lighter. The pier has carried you far from the noise of the day, far from the weight of thought. All that remains now is the soft embrace of the night, the hush of the ocean, and the quiet promise of the journey that lies ahead. When you are ready, you take a single step closer to the edge. The boards sigh beneath you, and the sea whispers its welcome. The harbor waits, and with it, the beginning of your voyage into the heart of the ocean's serenity. From the end of the pier, your gaze drifts outward, following the silver path the moon lays gently across the surface of the sea. The water glimmers faintly, each ripple a thread of light weaving in and out of the darkness. You listen closely now, and what you hear is not merely the sound of waves, but something deeper, a voice, soft and patient, whispering through the night. The waves move with unhurried grace. They rise and fall, small and steady, like the rhythm of breathing. Each crest curls forward with a quiet sigh, then melts back into the ocean with ease, leaving behind no trace of struggle. Their song is not loud, not forceful, but soothing, as though the sea itself is speaking in lullabies meant only for you. You lean against the railing of the pier, letting your eyes soften, letting your ears tune to this endless melody. At first, it is only water and tide, but as you sink deeper into the sound, you begin to notice the subtle shapes hidden within it. Some waves whisper like voices in conversation, low and steady, telling stories too old for words. Others hush like the turning of pages, secrets unfolding one after another. Together, they weave a chorus of calm that reaches past your ears, down into your chest, where your breath begins to match their rhythm. Inhale with the rising swell, exhale with the falling tide, over and over, until the boundaries between your breath and the ocean's breath seem to dissolve. The night air is cool upon your skin, brushed with salt. A faint mist lifts from the water's surface, wrapping you in a veil of silver. You close your eyes, and the darkness is filled not with silence, but with the voice of the sea, steady, eternal, reassuring. It is a voice older than memory, patient as time itself. You imagine the waves carrying away the weight you still hold. Each sigh of the tide gathers your worries, your restless thoughts, and carries them out, away, dissolving into the vastness where they can trouble you no more. What returns to you is not emptiness, but peace, soft, clean, and clear, like the air after rain. Opening your eyes again, you see the moonlight shimmering upon the waves as though the sea has scattered jewels across its surface. Some gleam brightly, then vanish into shadow, only to return again as the water shifts. It is a reminder that nothing is ever lost, only transformed, moving gently from one shape to another. Now and then, a larger wave rolls in, breaking softly against the pilings of the pier. The wood shudders faintly, but not with fear, only with the deep resonance of being touched by something vast. The sound echoes, hollow and low, like a drumbeat beneath the song of the water. It blends seamlessly with the smaller ripples, adding depth, adding harmony. You find yourself swaying slightly with the rhythm, your body moving as naturally as a boat upon the tide. There is no effort in this motion. It happens on its own, guided by the same current that has always guided the sea. Above, the stars glimmer faintly through the drifting clouds. They seem to listen too, their reflections trembling upon the surface. scattered among the whispers of the waves. For a moment, it feels as though the sky itself leans closer, bending down to rest beside the ocean. Joining in the song, time here stretches wide, unmeasured. Minutes slip into hours. Or perhaps it is only seconds. It no longer matters. All that matters is the voice of the water, the breath of the tide, the endless lullaby that carries you further from the waking world. At last, the waves grow softer still, their whispers drawing you onward, as though urging you to leave the pier and follow. You take a step back, your body lighter now, your mind quieter. The sea has begun its work, soothing, cleansing, preparing you for the voyage ahead. And as you turn toward the waiting boat, the waves murmur once more, their voices wrapping around you like a promise. You are safe. You are held. Drift with us, and you will find rest. You step gently from the pier and onto the waiting boat. Its wooden frame rocks softly, greeting you with a lull that feels like the heartbeat of the sea itself. The lantern at its bow glows with a golden flame, swaying with each ripple of water. You settle yourself comfortably, and as you breathe deeply, the boat begins to drift, guided not by your hand but by the current, as though the ocean already knows the path you are meant to take. The harbor falls behind you. The creak of ropes, the glow of lanterns, the familiar hum of the village, all soften until they are only faint echoes. Ahead lies the open water, dark yet shimmering beneath the moon. The air is cooler here, fresher, carrying with it the pure scent of salt and mystery. At first, the water is calm, touched only by the silver light of the moon. But then, as though in answer to your arrival, the sea begins to change. Faint sparks appear just below the surface, tiny glimmers, blue and green, glowing like fireflies trapped in water. One appears, then another, until suddenly the ocean seems to awaken, alive with scattered light. Bioluminescent fish dart just beneath the surface, their bodies shimmering as though painted with starlight. They move together in fluid patterns, weaving ribbons of light across the water. Some leap briefly into the air, scattering droplets that glow before falling back, leaving behind ripples that shine like molten silver. You watch in silence, entranced. The fish are not hurried, not frantic. Their dance is slow, deliberate, as though they know they are performing only for you. The water glows brighter with each turn of their movement, until the sea itself looks like a mirror of the night sky. Stars above reflected by stars below. The boat glides effortlessly through this glowing sea. Ripples spread from its sides, lighting up with gentle fire as the fish respond. Swirling in spirals of light, it feels less like travel and more like drifting through a living constellation. A galaxy that has chosen to rest upon the waves. You lean over the edge, your fingers brushing the water. For a moment, the surface flares with brightness where you touch, the glow spreading outward in circles. The fish gather near, curious, their shining bodies hovering close as if greeting you. Their presence is gentle, not distant or strange, but welcoming, like companions guiding you along your way. A soft sound rises as they move. It is not quite a song, not quite silence, but something in between, a faint hum carried by the water, resonating with the rhythm of their dance. The melody blends with the hush of the waves, layering harmony upon harmony, until the night feels filled with music no instrument could ever play. Above, the moon brightens, casting her light across the sea. For a moment, the fish leap together, 100 silver arcs breaking the surface, glowing as they rise. In that instant, sea and sky seem to unite. Light from above meeting light from below. A single breath of beauty suspended in time. Then, gently, they fall back, and the ocean closes over them with a sigh. You exhale slowly, your body sinking deeper into calm. Every muscle loosens, every thought grows lighter, as though the fish have danced your worries away. The glow of their movements lingers in your vision, drifting like sparks across the inside of your mind, fading only to leave peace behind. The boat continues on, steady and sure. The fish follow for a while, guiding you with their shimmering paths, until at last they begin to drift away, their lights scattering into the distance like stars retreating into the horizon. The sea grows darker again, calmer, yet the memory of their glow remains, warm and steady within you. You sit quietly, letting the night embrace you once more. The ocean has shown you its wonders, and in return it has taken from you the weight of the day. Ahead, the faint outline of something waits, a soft light upon the horizon. The promise of the next chapter in your journey. And with a slow, gentle sigh, the waves carry you closer. The glowing fish fades slowly into the distance, their starlit dance dissolving back into the dark embrace of the sea. The water settles into a calm hush, carrying only the soft rise and fall of the tide. Now, you notice the boat itself more fully. The vessel that has cradled you across the harbor's threshold. It is a small boat, carved from wood that feels both strong and gentle, polished smooth by years of salt and sun. Its edges curve gracefully, shaped as though meant not for speed, but for comfort. The planks hum faintly beneath your touch, as if the boat itself carries a quiet memory of every journey it has ever taken, journeys of fishermen at dawn, lovers beneath starlight, dreamers who, like you, set out into the night seeking rest. A lantern hangs at the bow, its flame steady now, glowing like a guardian spirit. The golden light spills across the deck, warm against the cooler silver of the moonlight. Together, the two lights, the lantern and the moon, wrap the boat in a cocoon of brightness, protecting you against the vastness of the sea. The boat rocks gently, not with force, but with a rhythm so tender it feels like being held in the arms of sleep itself. The motion is neither hurried nor sharp. It is slow, swaying, a cradle's lull. Each tilt of the deck matches the movement of your breath, aligning you deeper and deeper with the ocean's endless calm. You stretch out upon the wooden bench, and the surface surprises you. It is not hard or unwelcoming, but smooth, carrying the faint warmth of the day's sun still lingering in the wood. As you rest your back against it, you feel the boat's quiet heartbeat through the planks, a low vibration that echoes the pulse of the sea. Above, the sky stretches vast and endless. The moon keeps her place, steady and full, her silver road shimmering across the waves ahead. A scatter of stars blinks faintly through drifting clouds, their light mirrored in the gentle ripples below. It is as if you are floating not on water, but between two skies, one above, one below, suspended in the heart of the universe's quiet. You close your eyes for a moment. The boat rocks softly, carrying you in rhythm with the tide. The sound of water against the hull is steady, like breath. The lantern's flame flickers behind your eyelids, its golden warmth mingling with the cool silver glow of the moon. In this cocoon of light and motion, your body grows heavier, more relaxed, sinking deeper into the embrace of the boat. A thought rises, unbidden but gentle. This boat is not merely wood and rope, not merely a vessel upon the sea. It is a dream itself, shaped for you, carrying you forward into realms beyond waking. Every sway is an invitation to let go. Every creak of the planks is a whispered promise. You are safe. You are carried. You are home. For a while, you allow yourself to drift in this thought. The world beyond the boat ceases to matter. The shore is gone, the village a memory, the glowing fish a gift already tucked into your heart. All that remains is the gentle vessel, the silver water, and the quiet night. When you open your eyes again, the horizon has shifted. A faint glow appears far off, softer than the moon, warmer than the lantern. It hovers just above the line where sea meets sky, beckoning with a tender light. The boat seems to sense it, turning slowly, as if guided by an unseen hand toward that glow. You smile faintly, though no one sees. The dreamer's boat knows the way, and with every gentle sway, it carries you closer to the next secret the ocean longs to share. The boat drifts onward, rocking gently as though lulled by the sea itself. Ahead, the faint glow you glimpsed before grows stronger, softening into a shape, an island rising slowly from the horizon. At first it is only a shadow, dark against the silver sea. But as you draw nearer, details emerge. Pale sands curve around its edges, gleaming faintly in the moonlight like powdered pearl. Tall palms sway above, their fronds whispering softly in the night breeze. The lantern at the bow flickers, as if in greeting. The boat glides forward with purpose, steady and sure, carrying you to this hidden sanctuary. You feel no rush, no urgency, only the quiet certainty that the sea has chosen this island as a resting place along your journey. The boat kisses the shore with the gentlest sigh. Wood brushing sand, you step carefully onto the beach, your feet sinking slightly into the cool grains. The texture is soft, almost velvety, shaped not by footsteps or weight, but by endless waves smoothing it across time. Each grain seems to carry a memory of tide and moon, a fragment of serenity underfoot. You walk slowly along the shoreline, the sand glowing faintly beneath the silver light. The palms above sway rhythmically, their leaves singing a hushed lullaby. Every sound here is softened, the hush of waves folding onto the beach, the whisper of leaves, the faint stir of crickets hidden among the brush. The island breathes, and with each breath, you feel yourself breathing more easily, more fully. Further inland, a small grove opens before you. The air is filled with the scent of salt mingled with the sweetness of tropical flowers. Their petals, pale and luminous in the moonlight, seem to lean toward you as you pass, offering their quiet fragrance like a blessing. A carpet of moss spreads at the base of the trees, thick and inviting, glowing faintly as though kissed by starlight. You sit for a moment upon the moss, and it yields to you like a cushion, holding you in gentle stillness. The earth here feels alive, pulsing faintly with a rhythm that matches the tide. It is as though the island itself has a heartbeat, slow and steady, reassuring you that you are welcome. As you close your eyes, the sounds fold around you. The waves hush in the distance. The palms whisper overhead. The night creatures sing in quiet harmony. Together, they weave a lullaby made only for this place. Time feels suspended. You are neither rushing forward nor looking back, you are simply here. At rest in the arms of the island. When you open your eyes again, the stars glimmer brighter, as if leaning close to watch over you. Their reflections ripple faintly in a small pool nearby, where clear water gathers among the roots of the palms. You kneel beside it, touching the surface. It is cool, refreshing, carrying the taste of earth and rain. As you drink, the water spreads calm through your chest, grounding you further, anchoring you in serenity. The island has given you a gift, a moment of stillness. A reminder that rest can be found even in the middle of vastness. You rise again, lighter, more centered, carrying this calm with you like a lantern in your chest. Returning to the beach, you see the boat waiting patiently, its lantern glowing softly. The tide lifts it gently, urging you onward. You step back aboard, and the vessel rocks in welcome, ready to continue the journey. As the island fades into the distance, its palms still swaying in the moonlight, you know you will carry its peace within you. Wherever the ocean takes you next, you will have this calm, this stillness, anchored deep inside. The dreamer's boat turns once more toward the horizon. Ahead, a steady beam of light begins to pierce the night, the promise of a lighthouse. Ancient and enduring, waiting to guide your path. The boat carries you steadily across the open water, guided by the current and the glow of the moon. Ahead, the faint beam of light you saw from the island grows brighter, sweeping slowly across the horizon like a watchful eye. Each time it turns, it casts a silver path across the sea, as though reaching out to guide you closer. At last, the silhouette of the lighthouse rises before you, tall, solemn, carved from stone that has weathered centuries of wind and wave. Its base is rooted deep in a rocky outcrop, where waves crash endlessly but never threaten its foundation. The tower climbs gracefully upward, narrowing as it reaches the lantern room, where the great light turns in slow, steady circles. Your boat glides to a small landing at the foot of the rocks. You step onto a narrow path carved into the stone, the boards of the pier giving way to ancient steps worn smooth by time. Each step echoes faintly in the stillness, mingling with the sound of waves below. The air here is sharp and cool, filled with the scent of salt spray. Inside, the lighthouse is quiet. The spiral staircase winds upward, each step curving around the stone wall. The air grows warmer as you climb, touched by the heat of the great lamp above. Your footsteps fall in rhythm with your breath, slow and steady, the world narrowing into the circle of stone and light. When you reach the top, the room opens wide, filled with the steady glow of the turning lantern. The glass windows stretch outward, offering a view of the endless sea. You step forward and rest your hands upon the railing. Gazing out, the sight steals your breath. The ocean lies vast and shimmering, silver waves stretching to the horizon. The moon hovers above, her reflection dancing upon the surface. Each sweep of the lighthouse's beam cuts gently across the water, illuminating the darkness not with harshness, but with care, as though its purpose is not only to guide ships, but to comfort the night itself. The sound here is different. It is not the whisper of waves against the pier, nor the hush of palms on the island. It is the deep, steady heartbeat of the sea colliding with the rocks below, softened by distance, transformed into a rhythm as timeless as the tower itself. You stand in silence, watching the light turn, Each sweep feels like a blessing, a reassurance that even in the vastness of night, you are not lost. There will always be a light to guide you, always a steady hand to show the way. For a moment, you close your eyes, letting the warmth of the lamp and the coolness of the breeze wrap around you. The two sensations balance perfectly, warm and cool, light and dark, earth and water. You feel centered, safe, as though the lighthouse itself has extended its protection to you. When you open your eyes again, you notice something carved into the stone of the railing, simple lines etched by hands long ago. The shapes resemble waves, stars, and a single open eye. You trace them lightly with your fingers and feel a quiet recognition. This place has always been more than a tower. It is a guardian of travelers, a keeper of dreams. At last, you turn to descend. The spiral staircase carries you gently downward, back to the waiting boat. The light continues to turn above, sweeping across the sea, promising that it will always watch. Even as you drift onward, back on the boat, the lantern glows in harmony with the great beam. The vessel rocks softly, eager to continue. As you push away from the rocks, the lighthouse remains tall behind you, its light growing softer with distance but never fading. A constant reminder of safety shining across the endless water. Ahead, the horizon grows misty, a silver veil rising from the waves. The boat turns toward it, carrying you deeper into the dream. The mist thickens as the boat glides farther from the lighthouse. It curls around you in silver veils, softening the edges of the world. The beam of light fades behind, and soon only the lantern at your bow and the moon above remain. The air is cooler here, heavy with the scent of salt and something deeper, wilder, like the breath of the open ocean. Then, from the stillness, a sound rises, low and resonant. It begins as a hum carried through the water. It is not sharp, not startling, but vast, like the voice of the sea itself speaking through hidden depths. The sound swells, stretching wide, vibrating through the boat and into your chest until you feel it more than hear it. It is a song, deep and ancient, echoing across the ocean night. You hold your breath, listening. Another note follows, lower, longer, weaving into the first like threads in a tapestry. Then a third rises, higher but still soft, curling upward as though reaching toward the stars. The sea is alive with music, the song of whales moving beneath the surface. The boat drifts quietly, cradled by the rhythm. Each note washes through you, resonant and warm, dissolving the last remnants of tension in your body. The sound feels both immense and intimate, vast as the ocean yet directed straight into your heart. You close your eyes, and the darkness fills with waves of sound, rising and falling like tides within you. When you open your eyes again, the mist has parted just enough to reveal the sky. Above, the stars scatter like diamonds across black silk, their reflections shimmering on the water below. For a moment, it is impossible to tell where the sea ends and the sky begins. The whale song blends with this vision, as though the universe itself is singing, each star a note, each wave an echo. The boat slows, rocking gently as though listening too. You lean over the side, watching the water. Then, with no rush, a massive shape moves just beneath the surface, its outline silvered by the moonlight. A great whale, graceful and steady, glides past. Its skin shimmers faintly with the glow of plankton stirred in its wake. It surfaces slowly, exhaling with a soft spray of mist that sparkles in the moonlight like falling stars. For a moment, it lingers beside you, one vast dark eye meeting yours. There is no fear, only recognition, as if the whale knows you are a traveler of dreams, welcomed into its silent realm. Then it dives again, its tail lifting high, scattering droplets that glow before sinking back into the sea. More voices join the song, distant at first, then closer, an unseen chorus weaving together. Low and high, soft and strong, the water trembles with harmony. Each call stretches across the vastness, overlapping yet never clashing, as though the whales have known forever how to sing as one. You let the music carry you. Each note sinks deeper than words could ever reach, loosening knots you did not know you carried, soothing aches too quiet to name. You breathe with the song, your body rising and falling as though you too are part of the ocean's choir. The night feels infinite, stars above, whales below, boat between. You are suspended in a vast cradle of sound and light, a child of the universe rocked gently toward rest. Gradually, the song grows softer, not ending but fading into the distance, carried outward across the endless sea. The echoes linger in your chest, a steady warmth that remains even as silence returns. The boat begins to move once more. Drawn forward, ahead, the horizon glimmers faintly, where sea and sky blur together into an endless line. The whales have given you their gift, and now the ocean invites you to follow deeper still. The whale song fades into silence, leaving behind an echo that still hums softly within your chest. The boat drifts onward, and the sea spreads wide around you, smooth as glass beneath the moonlight. The lantern at the bow glows faintly. But now the true light comes from above, the moon, steady and silver, casting her endless road across the water. You sit quietly, gazing ahead. The horizon stretches without end, a perfect line where the sea meets the sky. It is not a boundary, but an invitation. The more you look, the more it feels as though the horizon is moving with you, always just ahead, drawing you gently forward into infinity. The water is calm now, the waves subdued into a slow, rhythmic sway. Each rise and fall is subtle, like the ocean's quiet breathing. You feel your body moving with it, each breath matching the tide, each heartbeat softening into the same slow rhythm. The vastness is no longer overwhelming, it is comforting. A reminder that you are held within something greater, something eternal. Clouds drift lazily across the sky, their edges glowing with the moon's touch. Between them, stars flicker like distant lanterns, their light reflected upon the surface below. At times, the sea looks indistinguishable from the heavens, so that you seem to float between two skies. Above, infinite stars; below, infinite reflections; and you, resting gently in the middle, a quiet traveler carried across the eternal. As your eyes trace the horizon, you begin to notice a change. The line is no longer only silver and dark, it shimmers faintly with colors too soft to name. Shades of pale violet, deep blue, and hints of rose stir in the distance. Like dreams brushing against the edge of night, the horizon seems alive, as if whispering that something waits beyond, something peaceful and boundless. The boat rocks steadily, and each movement feels like a step closer to that shimmering edge. You lean back, letting the wooden frame cradle you. The sound of the sea is hushed now, less like waves, more like the soft murmur of sleep itself. A thought rises quietly within you. The horizon is not a place to reach, but a state of being. It is the endless unfolding of rest, the gentle release of all that has passed, the embrace of what lies beyond thought. The more you gaze upon it, the more you feel yourself letting go of time, of weight, of boundaries. The air grows softer, the lantern's flame flickers, its glow joining seamlessly with the moonlight until it feels as though there is no difference between them. The stars above blur slightly, as though the sky itself is closing its eyes, preparing to dream. For a while, you drift without measure. There is no destination, no urgency, only horizon, only calm, only the endless road of silver light that invites you deeper into the heart of stillness. The boat glides forward, silent and sure, and as you gaze ahead into the infinite, you realize that the horizon is not leading you away, it is welcoming you home. Into the vast serenity where dreams and sea are one. The horizon glimmers faintly ahead, infinite and welcoming, yet your boat begins to slow. The sea beneath you hushes, its movement easing into the gentlest of ripples, as though it too is preparing for slumber. The lantern at the bow flickers softly, its flame growing smaller, warmer, guiding you toward the final moment of peace. Gradually, the mist thickens once more, wrapping the world in a silver veil. Shapes blur, distances fade, and soon there is no sea, no sky, no horizon, only light and sound, soft and steady, surrounding you like a cradle. The boundaries of the world dissolve, leaving you safe within the embrace of the dream. The boat rocks gently, its rhythm slower now, more delicate. Each sway feels like the tender hand of sleep itself, guiding you inward. You lean back against the wooden bench, eyes half closed, your breath following the ocean's fading lull. Every inhale is smooth, every exhale a release, until your body feels as light as mist drifting upon the tide. The sounds around you grow softer still. The waves are now whispers, the lantern a quiet heartbeat, the distant calls of night creatures fading into silence. What remains is a deep, resonant calm, the stillness that lies beneath all sound, the silence that carries all dreams. You close your eyes fully. The images of the journey drift gently across your mind like fading stars, the lantern-lit village, the moonlit pier, the glowing fish, the sanctuary island, the watchful lighthouse, the whale song, the endless horizon. Each memory glows for a moment, then softens, sinking gently into the ocean of rest. They do not vanish, they simply become part of you, woven into your own dreamscape. Now, you are no longer a traveler watching from the boat. You are the tide itself, moving without effort. You are the light upon the water, the whisper of palms, the hum of the whale song. You are the calm that you sought, and it surrounds you completely. The boat drifts onward into the mist, carrying you deeper into serenity. There is no need to steer, no need to think. The journey is complete, and the ocean has welcomed you into its embrace. The lantern's glow dims slowly, its flame bowing low before extinguishing. Yet there is no darkness, only the silver light of the moon, soft and eternal. It lingers for a moment, then fades too, leaving you wrapped in the pure stillness of night. Here, in this quiet, your body is at rest, your breath is calm, your heart is light. You have reached the harbor of dreams, the place where the sea and sky meet within you. And as you drift into sleep, the final whisper of the ocean reaches your ears, gentle, timeless, filled with love. You are safe. You are held. Rest now. Dreamer. Rest. You have journeyed far tonight, across the moonlit harbor, along the glowing pier, into the embrace of whispering waves and the gentle dance of the ocean's light. You have rested upon the dreamer's boat, touched the calm of a hidden island, felt the watchful glow of the ancient lighthouse, and listened to the deep, eternal songs beneath the stars. At last, you gazed upon the endless horizon and found your final rest in the arms of the sea. Now, all that remains is peace. Let the echoes of the ocean stay with you, carrying your thoughts away, leaving only calm. Feel your body softened by stillness, your breath steady, your mind drifting freely into dreams. The sea will continue to hold you through the night. The moon will watch over you. The stars will keep their gentle vigil. And the waves will rock you safely until morning light. Rest deeply. Dreamer, you are safe. You are home. Sleep well.